Hello, hello. Come in, come in. Hello, hello. How is everyone this evening? There we go. Hello, hello. Come in, come in. How is everyone this evening? I am Eve with the Baby's Booty, and thank you for joining me uh, here on our channel. And we are going to be discussing just whatever comes up tonight. I don't have a scheduled topic this evening. It's pretty much just going to be whatever strikes our fancy in regards to embroidery. So thank you for joining me, and let us see what we have going on this evening. Make sure that I'm in the right place. Hopefully you can hear me just well. Hello, So Crafty. How are you? How are you? How are you this evening? So you guys, I hope you have had a pleasant week and weekend so far. There's been a lull here in business for the past week. Thank goodness I've been able to take a wee break here in my studio. So I've been lollygagging, for lack of better words, not doing very much around here lately. So I've been able to chill for a change. How cool is that? Hi, Patrick Quinlan. How are you? Marianne Riddick. Hello, welcome, as always. Marilyn Ray. Sheila Cuffy. Hi, Sheila Cuffy. Hello, Afro Colombian 78. What up, girl? Thank you for joining me at the beginning. You are in for hopefully a treat. Let me know if you get bored. Ariana Bauer, hello, welcome. I haven't seen you here yet. Welcome, thank you. And Miss Sheila Cushionberry. Hello, Sheila Cushionberry. As Sheila Cuffy was like, she cracks up every time. I'm like, hey, Sheila Cushionberry. Oh man, that thing was funny when she told me that. Patrick Quinlan says 9 inches of snow this weekend. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. We didn't get anything, thank God. We just got cold rain, thank goodness. That's all we got, because there's too much we got planned for this week coming where I really did not want to get snowed in. So I'm glad we didn't get it. Ariana Bauer, thank you. I appreciate that very much, and we strive to be quite helpful. So thank you for letting me know that you found the videos helpful. And Angel Monroe, hello. Contessa Harris, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Ariana has a ton of snow as well. Boy, I tell you, woo, that is crazy. Dorothy Gaston, hello. Debbie Kidd, hey love, how are you? Deborah Bemlender, hi. You've been sick, so it's great to be back. Well, welcome back. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'm glad that you're well enough to join back in with us. And you have your mirror handy. That's funny. Inside joke, y'all. Pearl Lucas, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I don't recall your name. Deborah, you got 6 inches. Wow. You guys, I am appalled at all of that snow. They were trying to say we were going to get snow, but we ended up getting absolutely nothing, which is a good thing. Miss Phenomenal Creations, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Latasha, hey love, how are you? You said 50 miles away from y'all got 15 inches? Wow. Sorry. Oh, man. Well, at least the kids will be out this coming week. They'll love that. Lynn Peanut, good afternoon to you too. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ethel Warren, hi Eve. Made it home in time to catch you. Snow in Chicago. See, you guys are used to the snow too, though, in Chicago. So I'm glad you made it home safely. Please stay warm, because I'm about to freeze. I'm cold. Raymond Wilson, welcome from Texas. Thank you for joining us this evening. And Jean Carter says, I'm glad you did not get any snow. I know that's right, ma'am. I know I have a quick field trip planned for this week, which I think you guys will find fascinating. There's a local shop that I intend to go and do some interviewing and show off some really cool stuff nearby. So I'm really excited for that video this week. That's going to be a lot of editing though, so I hope to have it up this week and maybe next week before I can get it up. But we'll let you guys know. And the other video I was telling you guys about last week, I still don't have authorization to make it public yet. So hopefully that'll be coming soon because it's a really fun in the hoop project. Let me see. Nancy Faust got 10 inches yesterday. Hello from Iowa. Hello to you as well. y'all know you can keep it. Sugar Bees, gifts, decor, and more. Well, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. I don't believe we've had you here either, so welcome. We appreciate you joining us. Leslie Z, hello from sunny Florida. I know, right? No snow down there. I'm glad you and Miss Juanita Williams doesn't have snow down there. Juanita Williams, that is awesome. I want to welcome you, especially, my dear. You share a name with my beloved grandmother, so that's really cool. Dorothy Gaston says snow in St. Louis, right? Think we got 6 inches. Y'all can have it. Oh man, that's crazy. It's too cold for all of that. And what's funny is I'm pretty sure we're gonna get snow definitely pretty bad here some point in time this year, because it's just like we're overdue for it in this area. But whenever we do, oh man, it's gonna shut the city down like it did in December. The snow that we got a few weeks ago, that was rough. Patrick Quinlan says more snow coming this weekend. Wow. Hopefully it'll miss us. I'm gonna have to check the weather. I haven't been up on it. Like I said, I've been kind of like, lulling around and not really doing much. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Looks like I'm lagging, y'all. Let me check on something. Make sure. Yeah, I got a lag spike. I apologize for that. I am going to be trying to pay attention to that to make sure we don't have any issues. Barbara Nance says hello. Hello, Miss Barbara Nance. And Karen Caldwell, you're in the middle of moving? Oh no. Where are you moving to? Hopefully not too terribly far away. Carolina Thread Place, Will is in the house with us this evening. Hello, Will. Thank you for tuning in. I hope your weekend was fun. I know you had a lot planned this past weekend. Soul Crafty says no snow in Buffalo, New York. Now that's hilarious because Buffalo always gets snow. So for you guys to miss out, that is hilarious. Natasha says hi Natasha. How are you? I wish I could see you, but glad you're joining in with your mom. That's awesome. Kizzy, hello to you. Ariana says it gave me a good excuse to embroider all weekend. You got a new to you Quattro 6000D on Friday. So guess what that means, you guys? What does that mean on that Quattro 6000D? Hashtag bell. We're ready to ring that bell for you. Congratulations, ma'am. We ring the bell for you and your new baby. Congratulations on your new Quattro. Please be sure to share your projects with us in the Hoop group. If you're not a part of the Hoop group, let me go ahead and throw that information up there so that you guys can be sure to know where to go to join the Hoop group. So please be sure to join in thebabiesbooty.com if you are wanting to be a part of the Hoop group, where we often share the projects we've been working on, ask questions, get some tips and inside information. I have been like really chilling and low key lately, but we're going to start ramping things up and getting a lot more active in the group. Lately we had a good break, so it's time to get back to work. So you guys, congratulations again, Ariana. If you would like to post information, or not information, but pictures of your projects, please feel free to do so. We're excited for you. Sheila Chan, hello, welcome back. How are you? Good evening to you as well. Juanita Williams says, all praises for grandmothers. I know that's right, girl. And it's crazy because, I haven't seen that name like in print in a while. So for that to pop up, that brings good feelings to me. And most folk don't realize how good they have it until the grandmothers are gone. So I don't have any grandparents left on this earth, but you know, in time I'll be able to enjoy their company again, I'm sure. John, hello to you too. It's not Wednesday, so it's not hump day. Thank you for joining in on my live chat today. Diana Henderson is 6 inches in Terre Haute, Indiana. Ooh, it's been years since I've been to Terre Haute. But I'm glad it's only 6 inches. Everybody else is getting crazy inches around you, girl. So we gonna be happy with that little bit. Hi, Vivian Crosby. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Patrick Quinlan says, "Gotta love snow blowers." I told my son, who is in Lincoln, Nebraska, that I was gonna try and get him one because I was FaceTiming with him as he was shoveling his driveway. And that's some rough stuff, man. I'm just like, I don't see how. Yeah. And then he's like, you have to shovel your sidewalk in your driveway or else you get a fine. And I'm like, oh yes, you know, I'm so glad I live in the South where I don't have to worry about that at all. Thank God. Ooh, child. Ethel Smith says, good evening to you too as well. Jackie Howard, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Will says it was a lot of fun. Sweet. Working on a new sublimation video and a new intro. That's what's up. Carol Coleman says, good evening to you, Carol Coleman. Thank you for joining us. Maria says, hello, Eve. Hello to you. Terry Samples, hello, welcome. Karen Caldwell says to Seven Springs, which is 15 miles south of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Cool. I wonder if that's closer to me. I'll have to check and see. Am I cracking the whip on the group? I am not. I haven't been cracking the whip on anything lately, so we'll have to see. Farp ST, hi Eve, you are the best. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know, what did I do? I know we have tutorial videos out there, and if so, I'm very happy to know that they were helpful. I don't say the best, but definitely try to do as good a job as I possibly can to make sure that your embroidery is happy embroidery, and that's what we really definitely want. That's the ultimate goal. Tony Collins says, hi everyone, hello to you too. Patrick says, I downloaded those stabilizer cheat sheets, sweet, that you mentioned, and love them. They are a lot of help. So if you don't know, last week was all about stabilizers. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, be sure to, you know, after this live, go back and watch that. It's a lot of really good information on stabilizers. There's also information on where to go to print off, which I had right here with me, but of course I've moved it. Information to let you know when to use certain stabilizers and what stabilizers to use. So, and I know there's so much information out there on stabilizers, and it's really important to get it right, because your stabilizer is the foundation to your embroidery, right? So it's almost to the same effect of building a home. You have to make sure you use the proper materials when you build your home. Otherwise, the foundation can crumble, and there you're looking at costly repairs later on down the road. It may not be apparent right away, but later on down the road it can cause problems. So definitely want to check out the information from that video if you haven't already. Miss Social Deb, hello to you as well. Ethel Warren, I know this is not embroidery related, but I love your bracelet. Oh, did you? Which one? Thank you. I appreciate it. I have a couple of bracelets that I wear. I keep my copper ones on at all times, and then I have this one that I wear from time to time. But thank you, Miss Ethel. This was my present to myself. It has connections to certain family members, so I have I share charms with a lot of folks in my family, so that's why I love my bracelet. Vivian Crosby says, doing good. You've been busy to the point where you were missing me. Oh man. Well, I'm not gonna complain, because hopefully that means you was making some good money, ma'am. That's what we hope. Ariana says, your 10-year-old shoveled a neighbor's driveway and got paid $20. Hey, go ahead on, entrepreneur. That's what's up. It was his first time. He was going to do it for free, so she was shocked. He was shocked when she paid him, and that's good. That teaches him excellent morals, ma'am. Congratulations on that. Very proud of you, because there's some kids out there that don't know what it means to do a good job for someone else. So, but yes, if you can get a young back and young arms to do that kind of shoveling, man, you got a good deal going on. Because one thing's for certain, my son, he's not young, but I mean, he's not old, but he's, you know, like early 20s, and man, he was beat up off of that snow. It was kind of funny, but he's used to being here, and we never have to shovel snow here. I mean, it's just we don't shovel snow. We don't get snow like that. So it's a culture shock for him. Allie Mode, hello, welcome. I haven't seen your name here before. Hi, I'm super new to this. Just got the Brother PE800 and came to your channel. You're stuck, and it's so funny you're live at the moment. Yes, I am. And guess what, Allie Mode? One of the things that we do here at this channel, we celebrate achievements, especially when you're getting new equipment. So when you get a new machine, we call those our babies. So when you get a new baby, we ring the bell for you. So guess what? You get an honorary bell ring. Congratulations! Woo! Congratulations on your PE800, ma'am. May your bobbin always be full. Congratulations. So please, if you want to join in on the hoop group, just in case you have questions later, all right? And if we don't get answered everything today, if you have questions later, just definitely join up with that hoop group. The link is down here below. And what we can do is anything that pops up, you can ask a question in the group. Even if I can't get to you, there are many experienced embroiderers such as Debbie Kidd and Miss Bickham in that group. And they can answer questions as well, even if I'm not available. So the hoop group is an excellent resource for anyone who is starting new in embroidery, or even some of the old timers that are trying some new tricks, right? So definitely click on that and join in. And if you have any questions, tonight is just free question and answer night. So if you have any questions about embroidery, how to do something in particular, especially any questions you may have about your machines, needle sizes, anything in regards to that, please drop them in the comments below, and we will get to them. Now, of course, there's many of you in here, so we'll have to catch up with the chat. But it is free question and answer night tonight. No specific topic. DTF 823. Eve, can you post where that cheat sheet is located that Patrick mentioned? Happy Sunday and go Saints. Okay, well, whatever. I tell anybody I am not a sports person. Well, I love sports, but I don't follow teams. And one of the things I tell a lot of folks, that if they the first sports team that sends me a check, that's the one I'm going to root for exclusively. And I haven't gotten a check yet, so I don't have an allegiance to any kind of team. So if the Saints win, go be it. If they don't, go be it. I don't care. I don't know if that's a good way to be or not, but that's how I am. Ellis Wolf, hello, love. How are you? And I hope the book is going well. Ariana says I need to watch that one. Yes, it's an excellent video. And to answer your question, I apologize, about the cheat sheet DTF 823, we will get that link posted. I'll see if I can't get it off of the show from last week and make sure to put it in the description in this one. Now, I can't edit the description right now, but I will edit it after the live. So yes, we will definitely put that up. Tony Collins finding out she's got a neighbor. It's a lot of fun when you have a crafting buddy that lives nearby. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I try to reach out to a lot of folks around in my area to let them know that, you know, more than happy to form a support group if you need any support or whatever the case may be. And that's a lot of fun, actually. We have several folks that we contact a lot from time to time, as far as finding materials, getting thread. Like, I got a call one night, was looking for a specific thread. Hey, just meet up, get you this thread that you need to finish that project. So sometimes that's important, and you have to have it. And so we definitely strive to do that. So if you're in an area, you can, if you don't mind, post where you are in the chat. Let me know where you are, and state-wise, city-wise, if you want to. And you never know, you may find a neighbor right there near you that you can collaborate with and, get some, who knows, go shopping for some fabric or for some thread. Whatever we need to do to keep our hoop group united and strong, right? So definitely check that out. Roan Kelly, hello, hello, how are you? Solomon Homesteader says, hi Eve, hello, how are you? Missed you all. I'm going to watch the stabilizer and needle live this week. Sweet. Those are some really strong videos, very powerful information. Ariana says, I got my first commission this week for embroidery. Sweet. So it was a great weekend. That's always fun. All right. So don't stress out over it. And definitely, use that as your catalyst to hit that up again. And as a matter of fact, now there is one thing that I've been talking about for quite some time, discussing on this channel. We've talked about it briefly in the past. And I did show one price list of one time before a while back. And I mentioned then that I had another price list but didn't know where it was. And I have it here with me now. So we can bring that up this evening because I know that's something that is always a concern when it comes to pricing your embroidery. How do you price your embroidery? And I'll let you know what some of the basics are, some of the basic pricing. And we will also look at what some of the current prices are with these guys so that you'll have some information to compare. And Carol Coleman, you're spoiling me on my channel. Thank you very much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. We always appreciate the support of our channel and making sure that we get out quality content in a proper amount of time, and what we need to do. And as Miss Bickham also mentioned, please don't forget to hit the like button. That lets me and YouTube know that you enjoy the videos and you are getting the best out of it. So for those who are on their mobile phones, if you click the live chat button right up under the video, then your chat will go away briefly and you'll see the thumbs up buttons. If you'll give us a thumbs up, we definitely appreciate it. And then once you do that, if you hit live chat again, it'll come right back down to your regular chat and you'll be able to see the chat as it was. It doesn't erase any of your chat. So you're more than welcome to do that. And we really appreciate your support. Let's see what we got. Miss Bickham says, hey, sweetie and Baby's Booty Crew. Well, hey, love, how are you? Welcome. Mostly in listening mode tonight, but I'm here. Great to see so many familiar faces back tonight, and we definitely appreciate anyone who returns to our channel. We have a lot of, we're the hoop group, you know what I'm saying? So definitely joining together. This is when we get together and have fun with each other, right? Definitely enjoy that. Kelly says, in Arizona, no snow here, sunshine and blue sky. I bet not. I bet not. I would be jealous, but in the summertime, you guys are sweltering. So I'm not going to be jealous on that one. But I'm glad you don't have snow, ma'am, and have beautiful blue skies. That's always a good thing. Sheila Cuffey says, Patrick. Oh, you were talking to Patrick. Okay. Maria says, so many of you got snow. We were supposed to get a lot of rain this weekend, but we just had a few sprinkles. The air did feel as if it was going to snow. It did, didn't it? Even here, the clouds even looked like what my grandma used to call snow clouds, and it was really cool to see it. We did get quite a bit of rain. I've been sick of the rain because we've gotten so much of it, and because many people around me have been sick. And I've been, ducking and dodging, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure I deflect all of that. I'm like, no, get away, don't touch, type situation. And last night, I think it was, I was like, oh, no, I feel like I'm getting sick. So I hope I don't. But the folks around me, I'm like, oh, my gosh, they're hurting my feelings. That we need to get that taken care of. I'm not trying to hear it, shoot. Let me see. Looks like Justin is in here too. I saw somebody says hi, Justin. So thank you, Justin, for joining us this evening. I appreciate it. Let me go back up. Oh, Will, you're in listen mode as well. That works. Let me see. Okay. Allie, please be sure to join the hoop group. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shayla McKinnon. Hello. How are you? We haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you as always. Allison 1977-1, so you're new as well. Got an embroidery machine for Christmas. Cool. Laughing out loud. I just downloaded the Sew It Pro software. What's the best website to find new designs for it? Well, first of all, congratulations on your new machine. You let me know what type you have. We can ring the bell for your baby as well. Now, the best website to find new designs, I really hate to say what's the best and all that other jazz, because there are so many awesome websites that you can go to in order to get cool, beautiful designs, easy designs, a lot of websites for free designs. And you know what? That's something I've been considering putting in the Hoop group, is a link to the different websites where you can get free designs, like more than 10 at a time. You can get free designs, or websites where they regularly have sales. So what you can do is check out embroiderylibrary.com, and it's emblibrary.com, and they have excellent designs. They usually have a sale on a certain select designs for a week, and then they also have a free section where you get 2 or 3 designs for free. So that's a really good option. I love all of their designs. Their designs are phenomenal. There's some really cool and funky designs at oh man, I just drew a blank. Oh gosh, what is the name of my website? Urbanthreads.com. They have really funky, trendy type embroidery designs and projects over there. So you can check them out. Let's see. Also, Sweet Pea Embroidery is something really good to search and look up. There's a lot of them, actually. You can even, in a lot of instances, find some really good embroidery designs on Etsy as well. You just kind of have to be a little bit careful, because sometimes the quality of the digitizing on Etsy isn't the best. Okay, so you may want to, proceed with caution on Etsy. Not saying there aren't good designs out there. There are, but you have to read the reviews and make sure that people have high reviews for their embroidery designs. You also have designs by juju.com. I have a link in the description below for designs by littleb.com, which is one of my favorites. Because she has really awesome and easy to do in the hoop designs, which in the hoop means the entire embroidery project, like a pouch or a purse or a key fob or a pen holder, chapstick holder. Everything is done in the embroidery hoop. So that's at designsbylittleb.com. So that's a few that you can look at, and hopefully you'll get some good resources out of that. But congratulations on your new baby, definitely. And Will to my Gold Tigers, that's funny. Renee Boyd, hi, how are you? Hi Eve, I was gifted a Cricut Maker last week by a friend of mine. My friend only used it twice and didn't like it, so I came up. Well, let's ring the bell for your Cricut Maker. Congratulations, ma'am. That Cricut Maker is a bomb. Hey, I heard it's a lot of fun. Now, I don't have the Cricut Maker. I just have the regular Cricut. But that Cricut Maker, they say, can cut a lot of stuff. So you have fun with that thing. Definitely check out YouTube channels and YouTube videos so that you can learn how to get the most out of your new baby, Miss Ma'am. Congratulations again. Kelly says, I am new to my brother's 6 needle, and my husband and I watched your embroidery on hats video and did our first hat thanks to you. Well, congratulations. Brother 6 needle, do we need to ring the bell for your baby too? Congratulations on your new to you brother 6 needle machine. We like used babies too. We don't mind. We don't have any problems adopting. Well, congratulations on doing your first hat. Those are always challenging, so I'm glad the video was helpful. Hats can be temperamental, unfortunately, and I try to stick to a certain type of hat so that I don't have issues, but that can be challenging because a lot of times the customers want specific types of hats, and those aren't always machine friendly or friendly to the machine. So I'm glad you were able to get some hats done. Laura McLean says, hello, late joining. You mentioned one time that your machine didn't like sticky stabilizer is flagging your problem. No, with the sticky stabilizer issue that I had, it was, now, I'm not sure which video you're talking about when I said that the machine didn't like sticky stabilizer, because if it was an older one, it could have been that I wasn't quite using it correctly. If I'm remembering correctly, I know the 4x4 machine, I rarely use sticky stabilizer on that one. But if you're talking about the 6 needle, I used a specific type of sticky stabilizer, which I discussed this in a video last week. I had a specific type that I got from my dealer, and I used that. But then when I got low, because the roll from the dealer was $90, I was like, well, I can't afford that this time, because I wasn't making money at that time when I switched over. Well, I wasn't making profit like I was supposed to. But at any rate, when I went to purchase sticky stabilizer again, I purchased it from a different source. All right, and that's the problem I ended up having. The sticky stabilizer worked just fine, but what it was doing was putting sticky residue all in my machine and gumming it up, and I did not know that. I did notice that I had to clean it out more regularly, more frequently rather, but what I was finding out was when I took it in to get it serviced, it was just all gummed up and just really sticky residue all throughout my machine. And that's where my problem was coming in. I usually don't have a problem with flagging. Miss Bickham helped me get around that particular problem. But there are instances where I'm trying to embroider on things that I probably shouldn't be embroidering on. And then I'll have some flagging. And I'll have to show you one project that I did do. You know what? I'm going to go grab that here in a moment so that you guys can see something else I'm putting in motion. As a matter of fact, let me go get that, because I want you to see what I've been working on in the background. Actually, I'm kind of excited about it. Now, this is something, and I know y'all probably was like, oh my God, her room is junky. Yeah, my room is junky right now. But this is something I've been wanting to do for a long, long time. A really long time. I've been wanting to do this, and I see some mistakes that I've made, and I know how to fix them now, and that's something I'll be working on this coming week. And I'm going to duplicate the project, but do it correctly the next time. But this, I did have flagging on, and so what I did was I took it apart and embroidered on it. But this is something I wanted to do. I've been wanting to embroider on canvas for quite some time. All right, so I did a canvas frame, and what I did was I wanted to embroider on it in the frame itself, and that didn't work out at all. So I see where if I was able to adjust one little thing with the hoop, I probably could embroider in the frame, but I can't do it and couldn't do it. So I took the canvas off. All right, and when I took the canvas off, I decided I didn't want to do the cream colored, the canvas colored on here. So I found some twill, and I just embroidered on the twill, and then mounted the twill to the canvas as if it was the canvas, right? But I didn't know how to put canvas back on a canvas correctly, like properly. So it's a little flaggy, as she was mentioning. This is flagging. So when it's on the machine and it's bouncing like that, your embroidery shouldn't be bouncing a lot. You know, that's flagging. But this is what I did, and it turned out kind of cute. I can't complain. I really enjoyed it. And this design came from embroiderylibrary.com, if I'm not mistaken. It either came from there or Urban Threads. Not sure which one at the moment. But I like how it turned out. You know, so this is something that once I get the hang of it, and especially with putting it back on the canvas frame, I'll do a video on that. So that was actually a lot of fun. It turned out way prettier than what I expected. So how did I even get on that subject? Oh, we were talking about flagging. So yeah, I have had flagging issues, but it's very rare that I do. DT823, and I know you guys have probably chatted all kinds of stuff. Dawn Fournier, cool, perfect. On link to guide, thanks, you're welcome. I'm going to tell those saints if they're not Eve fans, they should be. Okay, that works. I'm not mad. Young Christopher, cool. When it comes to density with the small font, and welcome. Actually, I haven't seen your name here before. Is there a set standard we should all follow by, or is it pick and pop until you find the right density? I use Design 10. Well, this is the thing. If you are embroidering a font that's already been created, then usually the density is already set with that particular font, right? So I generally don't mess with the density of my fonts, especially if they're already digitized and the font is already there. Now, I don't know if you're talking about a font that comes in your program and you're wanting to beef it up or whatever, or possibly if you're doing on a material that has a little more pile to it, you may want to beef up the density on it. But usually there's no standard with density. Okay, so density is something that you try and figure it out until you get the look that you want. Because there's no real standard that I'm aware of that you would use when it comes to adjusting your density. But I would be cautious. Now that's what I would suggest. Definitely is bump it up just a little bit at a time. Don't just like go for the gusto, because you could be causing some damage, especially if there's too many stitches concentrated in one area. So definitely that's a play with it until you get it right type situation, unfortunately. Ariana says, you're certain you undercharged. I did too at one point in time. So today, hopefully we'll get an opportunity, since it's 30 minutes after, to discuss the pricing that's on this sheet here and see if we can't help you out with that. Debbie Kidd says, you found and met Sheila Cuffey. Sweet. We have helped each other out, and it's nice to have someone bounce things off of. It's awesome when the different members of the Hoop group can connect and get great things accomplished, even if it's a simple connection, because a lot of times, which is the subject I wanted to do on another video, but I'm a hold off on that just yet. But we do need to get into our connections with each other, because it's needed. It is definitely needed in this day and age. So that's the subject of a different video, though. Ariana says, you wanted to have the work, the pricing help would be amazing. Yes, that's usually how it works. We want to get work, so we'll underbid ourselves. But in the long run, that can prove to be hurtful as well, because customers that you've had before and they're used to those old prices, it kind of makes them expect those prices again. And when you have to go up, then they're a little frustrated with you because they're used to that old price. And I've just went through that, actually. And I was like, I'm sorry, you have to understand that for a fact, and that customer knew for a fact that they were, for lack of better words, taking advantage of my kindness. Because of how little I was charging them. But when I bumped it up, and I really didn't bump it up that much, so they were gonna have to be okay with it. Otherwise I didn't care, because I was to that point, because at some point you want to get your value out of the work that you do, and what we do is not easy. Your equipment is not cheap, and your materials aren't exactly cheap either, especially when you put them all together. So you do need to get recoup what you're putting into it, as well as get paid for your time and energy. So yes, we will go over that price list. And Ellis Wolf says, oh, you're talking to Will. Okay. Let us see. Thank you, Carol Coleman. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying I am special. I know my family thinks I'm special too, but probably not the same special. Probably not the same special you're thinking. Justin, what did you say? You got a what? Oh my gosh. Oh man, y'all have been chatting. You got a new baby Epson ED 2750. You want me to ring the bell, Justin? Baby Epson ED 2750. Congratulations on your baby. I'm assuming that's a printer. Am I correct? And you guys have been chatting, so I'm gonna have to scroll down to see it. But congratulations on your new purchase as well, or your new baby. Young Christopher says, I also use a brother PE800 and I've already started designing my own designs to transfer and try out. I'm having trouble finding a perfect top and bottom tension to move along with. Any tips? I do have a video on tension. I do have a video on tension and it will work. Well, that's the PE800. So it's a little bit different on that PE800 if I'm remembering correctly. Because, if I'm thinking right, the PE800, your tension is electronic. I haven't had much experience with that just yet. But you can adjust your tension if I'm not mistaken. So will actually have to answer that question for me because I don't have an 800. So unfortunately. So Crafty says, are there any other members in the Buffalo, New York area? I don't know if anyone responded. That would be cool to find out. Ali Mo says, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I need help. It's like the bobbin is threading and the desired design and color isn't being stitched, just white bobbin thread. I tried adjusting the bobbin tension. Okay. So what that very well, there's several things that could be. And that's okay. I'm trying to work on a solution to help you guys out in that area. But for the time being, there is a few steps that you would take. Number one, you want to make sure that you got a good bobbin. So make sure that your bobbin is wound correctly. I don't know if you're using pre-wound bobbins or not. Try switching bobbins, seeing if you can't get a different one. Make sure your bobbin is inserted correctly in the right orientation. So it should be waterfall over. Check your manual though to be 100% sure on that, but it should be waterfall over in your bobbin case. Also, sometimes, even though it's issue on top, it could be maybe your thread is getting caught somewhere along the path route to from the top, the thread going down to the needle. So double check that. Make sure it's threaded correctly. That's even more so important, especially because you're a new sewer. So you want to make sure that you're following each of those arrows and threading it the way it's supposed to be threaded. And ultimately make sure you are using embroidery thread and possibly try using a different spool of embroidery thread up top as well to make sure that it could be that the machine doesn't like that thread. And then what you can do also is refer to that tension video and see if you can't figure out what the issue is from the tension video. Okay, so if you've done all of those things I just suggested, because there's a lot more that you really would want to look into, such as cleaning out the machine down where the bobbin goes, use a vacuum cleaner or something, a brush or something to get that lint and stuff out of there. Your machine could need to be oiled. Okay, that's also another issue that can cause problems. Let's see, oil, cleaning the machine out, and making sure that your project is hooped correctly as well, because if there's some flagging or if it's super loose in the hoop, that can cause embroidery issues as well. So there's a lot of different things that you kind of have a checklist to go through in order to make sure that your embroidery comes out like it's supposed to. So let us know after trying all of those things if it worked or not, and then we can jump to some more serious things to look into. Miss Bickham says we should all wear our hoop group shirts when we tune in to watch you feel our togetherness. I know, right? And then I don't have on my hoop group shirt tonight either. I just threw on something really quick, blingy, of course, and to tune in because I had family over tonight, so I didn't have time to get everything together, and I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row over here. So yeah, I didn't have my shirt on. I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed. Tony Collins said, we didn't get snow, bummer. I'm so sick of rain. Yeah, I'm tired of the rain too, and it's been really soggy here. So I am glad that it was kind of light rain, but I'm still sick of rain. I'm tired of it. Allison 19771 says it was a brother SE425. So you got the combo sewing and embroidery machine. So cool. Did we ring the bell? I don't remember, but I'm going to ring it again anyway. So, congratulations. That combo machine is a lot of fun, ma'am. I absolutely love mine. I have the 425 and the SE 400, and both of those machines are workhorses. So, congratulations. Ellis Wolf is asking to try and help out, and I forgot she has a book coming out of some embroidery tips and tricks too. Lori Hill says hi from Canada. So glad I finally didn't miss tonight, and I'm glad you didn't either. Welcome from Canada, and with all the folks around here getting snow, I'm sure you guys probably got snow. I don't know now. If Buffalo didn't get snow, you may not have gotten snow. So it's crazy how things are kind of weird with the weather. Jane Supplet, hello, says, hi Eve, everyone. I had a little snow here, and now my internet is buffering like crazy. I'm sorry. I hope that it doesn't buffer too bad tonight, and if so, you may have to reboot and unfortunately watch later. But we appreciate you undergoing the aggravation of dealing with it right now to tune in with us at the moment. Debbie Kid says, I just hooked up my Graph Tech cutter. Oh, man. Jealous. It has only been sitting in my shop since the middle of November. I haven't turned it on yet, though. Man, I've been looking at the Graph Tech. I have. I'm just like, I don't know. That Graph Tech, folks rave reviews on that thing. Ariana is from St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome. Oh, you're not far from, I have family up that way. Ariana says you also love Urban Threads. Urban Threads is really cool. They have some really nice, trendy embroidery designs. I do love their website. And Alley Mode, that's something else too. You said that the needle broke. Sometimes what your problem could be, and I kind of hate to say this, so I hope all those other problems are able to fix what you got going on. But with this particular machine, if I can get the dang thing to come out, with this machine, here's your bobbin, and here's your bobbin case, which is down in your embroidery machine. Sometimes that needle will come down, and it will, if it breaks, then it breaks because it comes through and hits this plate. All right, and it's made out of plastic. So, like, for instance, there's a place on here. Where is it? Or is this the new one? This might be the new one. But there was a place on one of mine where the needle struck it, and it made like a little rough patch. I didn't realize it, but it did. And so it was catching my thread. And so no matter how much embroidery I was doing or trying to do, it was snagging the thread and causing the embroidery to be like trash. So once we replaced this, the embroidery was just fine. Because for whatever reason you break that needle or jam that needle through this thing, it throws off the embroidery altogether. So hopefully that's not what it is. I hope it's not. But if it is, fortunately, these little bobbin cases aren't super expensive, but you do need to make sure that you get the right one for your model machine. And if it comes down to that, hopefully it won't. So, Laura McLean says, I am your neighbor about 45 miles east of you. Sick of rain here too. I'm about ready to sleep. No, don't throw the baby out the window. What is it doing? Don't throw it out the window. That's where you cut it off and you walk away for the rest of the day. And then you come back tomorrow after you've had coffee and possibly a little treat for yourself, a donut or whatever. Then you go back to the baby. Don't throw the baby out the window. Sullivan Homesteader says, has anyone heard of or used embroidery? Ooh, that's embarrassing. Can you tell I'm tired? I've been cooking all day. Heard of or used embroiderylibrary.ws. I've never heard of embroiderylibrary.ws. I have heard of embroiderylibrary.com. Be careful with it ending in ws. Sometimes that's what do they call it? malware. It could be a malware site, so be careful. Deborah says Designs by Juju, which yes, that's an awesome website. Yun says, what type of fabric are you working with? Normally I'll work with anything. If you were talking about the canvas, that was twill. I don't know the exact name of it. I think it was canvas twill. I'm not sure, but it was at the very back of Joann's Fabrics and Crafts. And it came in a ton of different colors, but it's like a twill type fabric, so that it would hold up to the stretching. Let me see. Sheila Cushionberry says Designs by Sick has several freebies a day, and there's also a forum where we share links for freebies that are available. Designs by Sick, is that correct, Sheila Cushionberry? And if so, that's a cool name. I just want to make sure it's right. Yun says heavier fabric. I suggest opting for a stronger needle. Maybe it has to do with your type of. Oh, you're talking about Allie. I hope we guys can get her fixed. As you see, they're very helpful here in this group, and that's what I really appreciate. I can't get to everyone, Lord knows, when you got family and husband and, you know, work and other stuff. It's difficult to get to everyone. Let me see. Oh, Sheila got somebody eligible for 25 membership to Designs by Sick. Cool. Okay, so that's an actual place. I've never heard of it, so I'm gonna have to check them out. That would be fun. Secrets of Embroidery is one that has a variety of designers in one place. Remember that they all have free designs to download, so that's another one. Secrets of Embroidery. Let me see. Little Miss Boutique says, hello, Miss Eve and everyone. Well, hello, dear. Welcome. How are you? Welcome home, rather. Let me see. Well, you guys are going back and forth. I absolutely love it. Diana Henderson says, what is flagging? Flagging is when your embroidery is hooped. And usually what causes flagging is it's not seated in the hoop correctly, or it's too high up. Because when you embroider, like if my hand is the needle plate that the embroidery needle goes through and picks up the bobbin thread and comes back up, it's supposed to lay flush against your fabric. Okay, so when your fabric is on that machine, technically it's supposed to just barely rest on that surface of your thread plate. So if it's not doing that, what happens is if it's up above it, it will flag and bounce like that. And that's not what you want when you're doing embroidery, because as you can see, that's just not good stability. So that's flagging. And you want to avoid that as much as possible. And Jan Bistifer, that's an excellent point. 90-14 needle would be helpful as well. All right, let us see. Oh, thank you, Will. You answered it. Didn't know. Oh, y'all are talking about the thingy. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, actually. And I thought the design was absolutely gorgeous, and I felt like my intent was to give it to a old schoolmate of mine who husband hunts a lot. That's the whole purpose of me doing that, but I don't know that I'm gonna give her that one. I'm gonna redo it. Let us see as well. Did stitching on a canvas dull the needle? No, it did not, actually. And I used the 90-14 needle, Marianne. And it caused no issues whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I would think leather would have been a whole heck of a lot tougher than that stuff. I mean, it's a canvas type material. So I didn't have any issues out of it whatsoever. Let me see. Deborah says, that's beautiful. Looks like my Saturday weather. Frosty trees. I bet that did, didn't it? Yeah, that does look like a snowy. Well, then that's technically what it was supposed to be. But that does look like a snowy scene. Miss Bickham also listed some other websites for you guys. Okay, so Stitch Delight, Applique Corner. Applique Corner, I do get fonts. I have gotten fonts from them. Applique Corner has this really cool feature with their font collection where when you download their fonts, some of them come with these cards that show you the font, the sizes that it comes in. Well, right here, the sizes that it comes in, shows you what it looks like, the entire alphabet, the name of it, and you know where you get it from. So I thought this was really cool, and I put a book of them together. I kind of like just uploaded the that file to Walmart or Walgreens, I can't remember which one, and printed it out on the 4x6 photo paper and put it in this binder. Okay, so that's helpful. The only thing is, not all of my fonts come from this place. So the other fonts don't have cards, but my Applique Corner fonts do. So that's a really cool option to look into if you want to keep your fonts organized. Okay, Applique Corner. Bunny Cup Embroidery is a good one. Jolson's Designs is excellent for fonts. jolsonsdesigns.com, and she listed it here in the chat, so definitely take note of that. And they have inexpensive fonts and a whole ton of them, you guys. They always have a sale on their fonts. Jolson's Designs and Planet Applique are just a few. Alright, Kathleen Holland, welcome. You're not late, as you can see. We were still getting into it. And Gato Manny, welcome. We appreciate you being here. Haven't seen your name here before, so welcome. You said that you're late, but it's okay. You're always welcome here. Debbie D, hello, welcome. Oh my gosh, all of the awesome folks are coming in. All of you are coming in, and look, y'all have been chatting and I didn't know it. Kelly says, newbie question: if I am doing a t-shirt, do I have to change all the needles to ballpoint that I am using? Okay, you don't have to, but with t-shirt material, it's jersey knit, technically you are supposed to be using a ballpoint needle. You don't have to, but what I have found is a lot of times what you'll see around the area of the embroidery, especially if it's kind of a little dense, you'll see it kind of like makes holes in the shirt, and that's what you're trying to avoid by using the ballpoint needle. The sharp needle actually cuts through the threads in a lot of instances, but the ballpoint is made to push that stretchy material out of the way and allow you to embroider. So technically you don't have to, but you really should switch to a ballpoint needle. Let us see. I don't want to undervalue yourself. You've been a garment sewer for years, so you definitely should know the value of good prices. Now I'm going to go ahead and show this particular price chart because we're running short on time and I don't want to miss this again. All right, so the last time we showed a price chart, it was this particular company. They do screen printing, garment printing, and transfers, as well as embroidery, right? Now, I remember these guys, they do hat embroidery. Their hats are, I think they said $18 a hat. They're saying backpacks are $15 a backpack. To digitize a logo through this company is $89. And what it's saying is one item embroidered, if you purchase the item in their store, because they sell blanks there, like hats and jackets and whatnot, it's $8 for 6,000 stitches. If you bring your own item, 6,000 stitches is $15. And their prices go up based on how many items you bring to their shop. Okay, so this is a commercial location, and here are their prices. And as you see, it's based on 6,000 stitches. Okay, so this is just one instance. Now the trend that I'm aware of is you charge based on per 1,000 stitches. Okay, so if you have a 13,000 stitch embroidery design, then that to stitch that out shouldn't be any less than $13. All right, so if you have a 25,000 stitch design, then the price to stitch that out shouldn't be any more than to be about $25,000. Okay, and of course that rounds up and rounds down. However, say someone comes to you and they have a 3,000 stitch design. Well, that would kind of be a $3 design, right? Well, you don't, what you want to do is set a minimum, and you'll see that here with this particular price list. You want to set a minimum for yourself. All right, so your minimum could be you're not going to do any embroidery whatsoever that's less than $10. So even if they come to you with a small monogram, one little letter, it's going to be $10 to embroider that. And if it's over 10,000 stitches, then of course you go up in price. So if it's 11,000 stitches, then it's going to be $11, but that's over your minimum. So you definitely want to set a minimum for yourself. Trust me. You want to set a minimum. Okay. Now with this particular company, and I'm going to try and kind of like hide their information a little bit. Let me see if I can't do that, because I don't know that they want their information shown on my YouTube channel. They may not care, but I didn't ask. So these guys, they do screen print and embroidery as well, and they have flat rate pricing. Okay, so logos up to 7,000 stitches they do for $2.50. Sounds cheap, right? Logos up to 10,000 stitches are $3. Logos up to 15,000 stitches $4.50. Logos up to 20,000 stitches $6 for 250 pieces or above 25,000 stitches. Email or call for a quote. Customer supplied logos require sew out. So if you bring your own logo and you have your own logo digitized, they charge $15. Turnaround time, which is really important, make sure you set that out for your customers, 5 days from sew out approval. But notice here in small print, it says $45 minimum invoice. $45 minimum invoice. So their prices per stitches are super low, but you have to have a minimum of $45 worth of work. So even if I come in there with a backpack with one letter on it that's 3,000 stitches, it's not going to be $2.50 as it said up here. It's going to be 45 bucks. End of discussion. They're not turning on a machine for less than $45. Okay, so that's some, just a little bit of guidance to show you one way or the other. And again, this is a commercial location, and a lot of these places, like I know this first place had a row of equipment in their shop. This place I've never been to, but they could just have one or two machines. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What matters is you setting the value for yourself and your business. Okay, so definitely ruminate on that information, and be sure to set a minimum for yourself. Consider the $1,000 per thousand stitches. I've even heard of companies now doing $1.50 per thousand stitches. People tend to come and ask for services, embroidery, especially friends and family. They'll come and ask for embroidery services, and that's fine. That's not an issue. But you keep in mind so that you'll know if any other customers, like if they refer someone else, okay, well, I did that for you for 20 bucks, but that's going to be a $50, $60 situation, so you keep that in mind so that if they refer someone else, you automatically know what your price is going to be based off of what they had done. All right. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to show that to you, and I apologize for not getting that second price list to you. I cleaned up and came across it, and I was like, oh, here it is. I was like, I meant to show this to them and put it off or forgot, and so now I know where it is. So I'm going to go back through this chat real quick and make sure that I cover everything, because we are after 9 o'clock and I don't want to hold you guys hostage any longer, even though you guys are having a great time. I'm glad to see that. and being helpful to each other, I do definitely appreciate. So Sheila Cushionberry says, I have alarm set on the phone to remind me of the live chat. Her hubby heard alarm on the phone and said, time for your live chat, huh? Tell hubby that's right. That's time for girls time, for friends time, for the hoop group time, man. Don't hate. Tell him to join in and he can have some fun too. This is our hoop group time. I know that's right. That was cute. That's awesome to have an alarm set. I appreciate that. That's a lot of that's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. Kathleen Holland says, I'm a newbie and I just love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. I learned so much. Well, please let me know if there's anything else you would like to learn or like to see embroidered or like to have a video on. We're putting our list for 2019 together and super excited about a lot of the new videos we're going to have coming up. Laura McLean, I have not done a monogram on a Sherpa with tack down, but keep in mind that tack down stitch is extra stitches behind that monogram, so keep that in mind when you're pricing for the Sherpa, because that's a different type of material. That's not a normal material, so make sure that you have your minimum charge set and consider those extra stitches behind that tack down, ma'am. Marilyn Ray says, I was given some chrome needles for Christmas. Does anyone know if they are okay to use on an embroidery machine? Thanks. They should be, because most of the home embroidery machines are basically home sewing machines. So as long as it's a set size for doing embroidery, or an embroidery, it's preferable to use a top stitch needle. But if you can't, then you are able to use the needle. Sheila Cushionberry says, adjust upper tension. Okay, on the screen. So that's good to know. I did not know that. No, Will, the 770 and the 800 is about the same, technically. It's just the screen is a little more upgraded. Whoop-de-doo. Well, I'm not going to say whoop-de-doo, because that's a cool thing. Cool new feature, because if I'm not mistaken, it's color now, whereas it wasn't color on the 770. So that's a good thing. But yes, it's basically the same guts anyways. And oh, see, young Christopher, that's what he said. The only difference is color. See, I'm behind. Let me go back to this chat. Let us see. How often should we clean our machine? Karen Walker says a lot of that has to do with how often you use your machine. If you don't use your machine every day, then you can look at cleaning your machine, deep cleaning once a month. And, you know, your regular routine, just brief cleaning once a week, all right? But if you're using your machine every day, then you want to do a good deep clean once a week, and then you want to clean it out, do your light cleaning once by the time you're done with your embroidery job. So what I would suggest for a deep clean is take it, open it up per your instruction manual. All right, and then oil those key locations. Some machines say don't oil them. My service folks seem to want to oil my machines all over, which I haven't had any issues out of them doing that yet, and they've been doing that for 3 years, routinely. And then oil down in your bobbin case, 1 drop of oil. And then doing your vacuuming out, getting all that dust out, getting all that lint out, cleaning your thread path from the top down to the bottom. What else? And just making sure that your overall health of the machine is pretty good. That's what a deep clean is. And a routine clean is just, you know, like brushing it off, making sure you don't see any lint visible immediately in that bobbin case area. Clean it out. And then just making sure your needles are changed, because technically you're supposed to change your needle after every project, but I know we all don't do that, but I don't anyway. I'm supposed to, but I don't. So those are the things that I would suggest to do if you use your machine frequently. All right. So Miss Bickham, you said show you my bling. It's a local designer, one of my clients. He created this design, and he copywritten it, whatever you call it. This is his logo, and there's a story behind it, but it's the African flower, and then it says Africa's up under it. And so he sent me that logo to embroider, and I asked him could I bling it, and he said that I could. So I created a bling shirt off of it. Karen Walker says here in Pittsburgh we have snow. No snow in Biloxi ever. Ohio got 8 inches. Will wants to see snow in Columbia. No, 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 no. And please, as Lisa mentioned, everyone please hit the like button if you have enjoyed the video this evening. Lori Hill says, what is the hoop group? Is it live video where everyone embroiders the same thing together? I have a Janome MC 12,000 and getting a Ricoma 15 needle this week. Holler! I don't have brother. Can I still participate? Ma'am, if you do embroidery, Lori Hill, you can be in the hoop group. That's what the hoop group is for. And then even still, it's not exclusive to embroidery, but that's our main focus because several of us do vinyl as well. And we discuss that as well in the hoop group. The hoop group is just a group of us folks who like to get together and be supportive to one another, share our projects with each other, and help each other out as far as, you know, giving advice, offering suggestions, letting us know when something's on sale, all that type jazz. It's just like a little inside group to the world of embroidery, and we have a lot of fun together. It's a drama-free zone, I should say. We don't have drama, but we do enjoy hanging out and sharing our knowledge and making sure everyone has a good time. So the hoop group is available at my website, as you see down here in the link below is the best location to join up. And you have to be approved to get in, and as soon as I'm done with live, I'll click and let you in, and then you're welcome to post pictures of your projects and ask questions in there. So yes, you can join in the hoop group. Sheila Cushionberry says snow was this mysterious substance you speak of. Texans know of no such thing. Y'all don't get snow at all in entire Texas. Wow, that's interesting to find out. River City Creative says hi. Well, hello. How are you? Thank you for being here this evening. I appreciate seeing you again. Tony Collins, damage from needles. I keep a nail file in the sewing room to file damage on the plate and rough spots on the bobbin holder. In a pinch, I have filled a spot with clear nail polish as a temporary fix. Ma'am, you are aware and ahead of something that I didn't know about at that time. And when he taught me that, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool to find out. I took the wimp way out, so to speak, and I just buy another one because I know if I sit there and file it and don't file it good enough and it still gets stuck, I'll be mad. So I just buy a new one. But yes, that's an excellent fix too, because that's pretty much what he did. He pulled out a little teeny strip of sandpaper and he sanded that thing down, and it worked perfectly after that. So I was very happy to hear that because I just knew I had destroyed my machine. Karen Walker says, Eve, I like to thank Kim Smith for her help suggestions for starter kits. It comes with lots of stuff to start you out. Well, that's cool. I have not heard of that as of yet. One thing's for certain, we have the Carolina Thread Box where you can join a monthly kit. You can choose a kit that comes with thread that goes with the project, or you can choose a kit that doesn't have thread, but it has the materials with it, or you can sign up for the design monthly. And either way, we do tend to, whenever everyone gets their kit, there's a sew along that we all sew together. So that's a lot of fun to do. No matter what embroidery machine you have, someone goes live and stitches it out, and we can all stitch along with that live video whenever it's there. And if you're a member of the Carolina Thread Kit, or a subscriber to the Carolina Thread Place, you will get an email to let you know when that video is going to be. Lisa says, I found a lot of really nice free design at embroiderers.com, so that's good to know. Linda Ivy, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Lisa also says my cross stitch designs is a good one, so that's good. Ellis Wolf says Artistic Threadworks is an amazing site. I've been a member for 15 years. Wow, that's what's up. I'll definitely check them out. Carol Coleman also mentioned designs by Juju. Marilyn Ray just joined Artistic Threadworks. And also for some really beautiful frilly fonts, you are encouraged heavily to go to stitchtopia.com. I have a link to that in the description below because I also have a referral code with them. They have absolutely gorgeous fonts, and a lot of their swirly beautiful fonts go from size 2-inch all the way up to size 6 inches. So she has absolutely gorgeous swirly girly fonts at that website. I love them a lot. Kathleen Holland says Oregon Patchworks is a great site as well. Lots of different designers and lots of freebies and great deals. Okay, so I need to get a list of all of this. I need to get a list of all of this together. Young Christopher, I do have a video on embroidery machine maintenance. It is a very popular video on this channel, so definitely look into that. Maria, I am so sorry that I am lagging. I'm not sure. I do show a few frames dropping and probably I'm moving too much, but I'm definitely going to have my internet service looked at again. Hopefully the dogs didn't get a hold of my cable again, but I apologize. I won't be on too much longer, so I apologize for that now. Bickup says $25,000 designs are expensive. Is that what you said? No, I said 25,000 stitches. You have to call them and let them know in order to get a price quote for 25,000 stitches. And I may have said designs and did not mean to do that. Can I post the list on my website? I most certainly can. Ariana says that makes sense, and yes, it does. And sorry I'm lagging, you guys. I didn't know that. And oh, you know what? And then too, with me putting the price list in front of the screen, it kind of like my camera wants to have to render that, so that's gonna mess it up too. Mr. Billiards, well, hello, welcome. Haven't seen your name here. Says hi, Eve. Awesome videos and keep up the amazing work. Thank you. Thanks to you and your in-depth knowledge of embroidery, I've learned so much, so stay wonderful. I appreciate that. Miss Bickham, I tell you, don't be, don't pick at me. I am sorry. Mindy Kreiner, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here this evening. Got folk picking at me. Young Christopher, you guys were great. I got a bunch out of this. Positive energy for you all. And until the next time, you have a good evening. I appreciate you joining us. Jermaine, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Kathleen Holland says, she has a daughter in Orangeburg and Beaufort. That is beautiful country where you are. I travel through Orangeburg quite frequently, so that's cool to know. Maria says, I clean my machine after every use to make sure that I have no problems. I won't necessarily oil it, but I do get the lint out. Now with my machine back here, the 6 needle, when it turns on, it says oil 1 drop every day with every use. So with every use that day, oil it 1 time a day. So some machines will tell you to oil it. Some machines will not. All right, so definitely check your user's manual and see what it has to say. Like I know my single needle brother machines came with a container of oil, so obviously they want you to oil it, but definitely check your user manual and it will tell you how frequently you should be oiling your machine. Mr. Billiard says, what thread do you recommend? I just bought some sim thread from Amazon that has 63 colors. Is there anything better that you would rather use? I actually use Madeira thread, but the main reason why I use them is because they're in my backyard, almost literally. Okay, so 5 minutes, I can be at Madeira and pick up my thread. I order it online first and then go pick it up local. They are an embroidery thread company, so they make really good thread. I have no issues, 0 issues out of their thread. and I love their color range of colors that I can purchase from them because it's vast. So that's the thread that I choose to use. Now I do and have used thread off of Amazon as well, and that's on right here, this rack, as you can see, in between my pegboard and beside my door. I got all of that thread off of Amazon. I have used it and still use it. If there's a color there that I don't have from Madeira, and it fits my project better, I will use that thread. I also have used sulky thread as well. So there's quite a few types of thread that I would use, but one thing's for certain, I try and not spend a whole ton on thread. So if you go to places like Joann's Fabrics to purchase thread and you don't have a coupon, then I kind of shy away because that thread is priced for retail sale. But if you are doing this as a business, you can log on to something like gnold.com or Madeira, Madeira.com, and I have a link below. It's not Madeira.com, I think it's Madeira Mart, but I have a link below, I'm pretty sure. And you can get thread there if you sign up wholesale price, okay? So there's a couple, and Will Carolina Place, CarolinaThreadPlace.com, CarolinaThreadBox.com, sorry. He has thread for sale there as well, okay? And that's sulky thread. So you can go either place and get thread and definitely use that in your embroidery machine. All right, Karen Walker, you're welcome. Debbie Hines, you're welcome. I'm glad you guys have found this group too. We have a lot of fun in here. Thank you. Miss Beckham says OESD Embroidery Online has beautiful designs. Be sure to check them out. You will not be disappointed. Thank you. Tilira Armor, welcome. Thank you for being here. Please share the list. We will. Terry, I'm glad you weren't lagging. That's good to know. Will has sulky thread 25% off right now until midnight. So please check that out. And Mr. Billiard says, thank you so much, Eve. I'll check the links out. You're a godsend. Well, thank you. I try to help everyone out because one thing's for certain, I started out in this business green, not knowing anything, and really didn't have very many resources available to me for help to tell me where to get thread, where to get designs. You know, I kind of like had to learn that all along the way. And I'm like, why does this have to be so difficult? Why can't this information be readily available to anyone who's just starting out, to show them there is a way to save? You don't have to break the bank to do embroidery. And you can get a hold to designs at a good price. So that's what my goal is, always has been with this channel, is making sure that you have the information that you need to make sure that your embroidery is successful. And we appreciate you all for joining us this evening. It is quite after 9 o'clock, and again, I try not to hold you guys too terribly long, so I appreciate you joining me. If you haven't done so before, please give us a thumbs up on this video. It does help my YouTube analytics. I really appreciate it. Also, please subscribe to this channel. We go live on Sundays, as you see, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So we love having you all here with us in our channel with the Hoop Group. Also, click below for the link to thebabiesbooty.com, and you can sign up to be a part of the Hoop Group. We love having new members in there sharing their projects with us so that we can cheer you on and be the support that you need. So again, I want to thank everyone very much for being here with me. Andrea Ross, thank you. I'm glad you were able to get your new bib done. That's also, Will is going to extend his thread until next Saturday, so that's a good deal for you guys. That's a good deal. So if you want to get some embroidery thread, definitely do that. Gator Manny says Metro has a thread called Glide. I use it no problems and economy price. So Metro thread is another option, so you guys check that out. Will also goes live on Fridays at 8 p.m. if you wish to tune in and see him Eastern Standard Time as well. He does sublimation, some embroidery videos as well, quite helpful. and good information too. So thank you again for joining me this evening. As always, I love having you all here. Congratulations to those of you who have had new babies here tonight. I enjoy ringing the bell for you. And as always, until the next time we see you, we want you to have happy embroidering. You all have a great night, and I'll see you next week, 8 p.m. on Sunday. Bye.